talking about 10 winter survival things that you need to have on hand to prepare for any type of emergency. Number one is a little buddy heater. These are little propane powered heaters. Now I know the whole propane in the house thing, I get it, but these are made for indoors, tents, those types of emergency heat situations where you need heat because you have no gas, you have no electricity. Little buddy heater. I have not used these, but I have 2 of them on hand in case we lose power. Everyone says that they work really, really good. So I'm going to take their word for it and believe them that it does work. Really good ratings. Get you some sort of alternate heat source, and no, tea lights are not going to be enough. You're going to need something for a heat source. So get these little buddy heaters. Make sure you have enough propane to heat them for a while. I don't know how many hours one of these little propane bottles go, but I will put in the bottom here. When I go to edit, I'll put in the bottom here how many hours one propane bottle. So I would get at least 3 or 4 days worth minimum. I mean, it would be better to have a week to 10 days. Mike and I have been without power for 3 weeks before. Normally it's just 1 or 2, 3 days, but we had an ice storm that was really bad and we were without power for 3 weeks. And this was in January in Kansas. It was cold. So I don't care where you live. I don't care if you're in Texas, Louisiana. I don't care where you live. You never know when you're going to have a freak storm and lose power. Get yourself a little buddy heater. I'm going to interrupt this video real quick to say our Dining on a Dime cookbooks are on sale right now, up to 50% off for our Black Friday sale, guys. Our ebooks are 50% off and our print books are 40% off. This only happens twice a year. Easy recipes to get you in and out of the kitchen quick with ingredients that are inexpensive, cheap, cheap, cheap. You do not have to spend a lot on your grocery bill. Even now with grocery prices as high as they are, you do not have to spend a lot on your grocery bill. Also, our print books make excellent gifts. So people always buy them at Christmas to give as gifts for newlyweds, college students, people who are just learning how to cook, women who have decided they want to be a stay-at-home mom and need to save money. So they give them their cookbooks and they learn how to start cooking these meals at home so they're not eating out all the time. Livingonadime.com in the description below. Get our Black Friday sale. It only happens twice a year. Living on a Dime is where you can get them. Now to my next tip. Have a tent. You're like, Tara, what are you talking about? Have several 2-person tents so that you can put it up in your living room and sleep in it, or set it on your bed because the insulation from the bed will help keep you warm also. Set it on your bed, a mattress, a piece of foam, whatever, but the extra insulation will help keep you warm also. But put it up and sleep in it, and your body heat will help heat the tent, and then you won't need to have so much heat in the house to keep you warm because you'll stay warm in the tent. Now don't be stupid and have candles going in the tent, okay? Make sure you've got flashlights, batteries, if you're gonna have light in your tent. But you could sit in there and read. Just pretend like you're camping in the house. You know, how many of you have been camping and it rained and you had to spend several hours in the tent? We've done that many times, so, which is why I don't do it anymore. But just pretend like you're camping in the house, but the tent will keep your body heat in the tent. And I would not go more than 4-person. I wouldn't get bigger than 4-person. I would get 2 to 4-person tents, and then you guys can sleep in there and stay warm. The next thing is down blankets and sleeping bags. You may not have electricity to run your electric blanket. A down blanket, sleeping bags, those will keep you warm and toasty so that you can stay warm if you lose power. Also have extra blankets. Now, growing up, we slept in 3 rooms in our huge 2,500 square foot Victorian house. We slept in 3 rooms, the kitchen, the family room, and then there was a little bedroom and bathroom. So 4 rooms, I guess, technically. But one of us would it was my mom, my brother, and I. One of us, mom would sleep on the couch. My brother would sleep on the floor in the family room, and I would sleep on the floor in the kitchen. And then we used our potbelly stove, wood stove, to heat that little area so mom didn't have to pay for heat for the entire house. So I kind of have this thing about staying warm now because it was a pain in the butt going and getting dressed for school when it was 30 degrees in the rest of the house and there was ice on the inside of the windows. It was cold. You could see your breath. So I have this thing about being cold in the winter. So I will say I do collect blankets. I have a nice blanket collection, but you never know when the whole family is going to be visiting for Christmas. I mean, for us, it's 10 to 12 people, and then you lose power. Are you going to have enough blankets? So I make sure that I have at least 3 blankets for every family member that could possibly be here. Not that lives here all the time, but that could possibly be here. So like if my daughter and son-in-law and my other son visit, I make sure mom's here. I make sure that I have enough blankets. So if we get stuck without power, all of us have at least 3 blankets to keep warm if we don't have power. The next thing is have extra gloves, extra stocking hats. Remember in the old days how they used to wear a hat at night, a little cap at night? Well, that's because if you put a hat on your head, it keeps the heat in your body better than if you don't have a cap on. So keep a cap on, keep a stocking hat on, sleep with it on, and you will stay warmer in the house if you are wearing that all the time. Next, buy all these things at thrift stores. You use blankets and pillows at motels when you go on vacation. You can buy extra blankets, extra hats, extra gloves at thrift stores. And yes, if you are in Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, get all these things on hand. Remember a couple of years ago when Texas had a freak ice storm, everybody lost power, pipes were bursting right and left. A lot of people just didn't have enough to keep warm. I know you're in Texas. I have lived in Texas. I get it. You guys don't actually know what cold weather is, but occasionally you will get hit with a cold snap and you will wish you had the extra blankets, gloves, hats, coats, all those things. I get it. My husband grew up in Austin. Well, I know all about Texas. So the thing is, what happens is people get very comfortable and think, oh, it's never going to happen to me. And then it happens, and then you're up a creek. The next thing is get these hand warmers. Now, I found 50 of these at a yard sale for like $5. I got them all. They are in my emergency stockpile. I keep them in the car because if we lose power, you can put one in a blanket. And I'm sorry, I don't remember, it was a video I saw, so if this was your video, I'm sorry for not giving you credit, but I saw someone put them in a blanket and that kept them warm when they didn't have power. I was like, that was a brilliant idea. I keep an extra blanket and I keep these in my car so that here in Wyoming, if we break down, we can stay warm in the car. You can't depend on having your car heater run. First of all, you may run out of gas. Secondly, what if you're in a car wreck and they can't get to you and you need some way to stay warm? This would be a great way to stay warm. So I keep these in my car all the time. You can see what happened yesterday here in Wyoming that was completely unexpected, completely unexpected. There was absolutely no mention of any moisture at all in the weather for the next 10 days, and look what happened to us. Do you see all of this snow in my yard. This snow was not supposed to be here. Yesterday we went to church. Literally on my phone it said there was no precipitation at all coming. And look what we got. I mean, we probably got, what, 4 inches of snow maybe? The bad news is we have a load of books coming today. So you can see Mike and Dave are up there having to clear the driveway. We could not get our snowblower started. Thankfully, we know someone who plows. We called them. They were able to come and get us plowed out. But Dave and Mike still have to do more because the pallet jack will not go through the snow. So this is why you are always prepared, because you never know when something like this is going to hit, and then you're going to be stuck with either no power, no heat, and who knows what else. So guys, this is why we stay prepared, because you never know when something like this is going to happen. The next thing is have a camp stove so you can cook, heat water. Camp stove with a little bottle of propane. Make sure you have other forms of cooking, a grill, a fire pit. Any of those things will help you, you know, those little emergency flames so that you can cook or at least boil water. All of those will help to have warm food, warm cocoa, warm tea, coffee. Honestly, I think it's the tea, coffees, and cocos that would be better than even the warm food in an emergency situation. I found out when we didn't have power, my 2 big things, I know this is first world problems, but my 2 things that I was missing the most was my hot tea and my hot bath. I was like, wait a minute, I really like sitting in a bath at night, especially because I have fibromyalgia. And so my muscles by the end of the day are very, very sore. And so sitting in that hot bath really helps my muscles feel better. So for me, when we lost power, I was like, whoa, I know I'm spoiled, but wow, I did not realize how much I would miss those. The next thing to have is candles. You have plenty of candles. I got these candles at a yard sale for 5 cents each. These lights, look at this. So all of these tea lights were free. So I got a brand new thing of tea lights that are just not used. I got a battery powered candles. It doesn't work right now. Ooh. Okay, so I showed in my other video, hot dog. Here I just showed you because Mom was taking hers and I didn't know these were in here. So maybe she told me, I don't remember. But anyway, just for the batteries alone, this would be worth it. But these are nice. I might put those a couple places. And then look at all these tea lights. Somebody must have had a wedding, but they're all brand new. So there's probably another 50 in here plus a whole bunch. Oh, look, some of them are working. Oh my goodness. Yep, that one's working. That one's working. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see. So all of these, oh, here's another battery. Okay, the batteries are dead in that one. Holy cow, look at all these battery operated tea lights. And then even more tea lights in here. So, I don't know, there's probably 20 or so here. The majority of them work. Well, shoot, just for the batteries alone, we keep needing this size battery for my scale. So, for my kitchen scale, I'm pretty sure this is the size battery. So, hot dog, I just got free batteries for my kitchen scale. Holy moly, I can't believe that. that was a good deal. So, and our $15 worth of candles here. So I'll probably put these ones, well, I'll probably put them all in my stockpile room with my emergency supplies. Yes, I couldn't believe it. So have all the candles you can get, but these candles will last a few hours. So I got all of them, the entire box. Yes, I have several candles on hand, but make sure you have light. The candles will not warm your house up, but you can put your hands over the candle and warm your hands if you want. It will be additional light so that if you run out of batteries, I would save the candles. I would use your flashlights in that first, and then I would save the candles at the very end of your emergency thing. Or if you know you're just gonna be like sitting at the table and reading or playing cards or something, then you could use a candle to save your batteries. I would save your batteries for more things like rescuing, going outside at night, those types of situations. The batteries would be better than a candle. So if you can use a candle in house where you're, just cooking or reading or playing cards or whatever, then that would be a better situation than using batteries, and don't waste your batteries. And think, okay, is this a situation where I could use a candle and save my batteries for something more important? Or do I actually need to use my flashlight batteries for this? That way you can conserve your batteries for places where you don't take your candle. Did I ever show you guys my hutch? This is how I ended up decorating my hutch. Isn't that the most darn tootin' cute thing? Oh my goodness, I absolutely love it. I paid, I think, $25 for the whole thing. And here's what it looked like before. And then I painted it. And now this is gonna be my feature piece on my new wall from the remodel to add to my pantry. I'm so excited. Absolutely love it. I'm so excited. I'll show you guys everything real quick. I got this mailbox for, I think it was $2 at a garage sale. Isn't that cute? Got this little plate for $1 at the thrift store. This pumpkin for $2 at the thrift store. Paid $1 for this plate. Paid $1 for this mailbox. I just absolutely love it. It actually works. I absolutely love it. And this little church for $1, and this Currier Knives plate for $1. And my little Thanksgiving guys for, I think they were $1 each. Mom got those as a gift. Got that cute little thing for $1. Mike got me that for my anniversary. Got this super old canning jar, the whole shebang for $1. Got that cute little thing for $1. Got this for $1. $1 must be my number. My Grace Livingston Hill books. Okay, these are like my pride and joy. We love Grace Livingston Hill. She's an author from the 1800s. Her books are so good. 3 original copies. Original first print edition for 50 cents each. I about spit out my tea. Okay, I wasn't drinking tea at the garage sale, but I was so excited when I saw those. Another Currier Knives plate for $1. Got this little thing for, I think that one was free. And got these little lights, or little, what do you call them? Oil lamps for $1 each. Love those. Mom got me this little box for my birthday. And then I got that little wire basket for $1 at a garage sale. So I'm going to be changing this out as the seasons go. If you guys want to know what foods do not expire in your stockpile, please go watch this video next, and we will see you guys next time, livingonadime.com.